Hello and welcome back to the Wholesome Abi podcast/YouTube channel. It's lovely to be with you again in time and space. The last time that I was with you was before my parents stayed with us for a couple of weeks here in Australia, and then we've had a few social activities and general life has taken over. I've also started my own small business in textured artwork that kind of came through me since we last met here. So today and this share is all about me honouring the year that has been since I moved into motherhood. My little boy River will be turning 1 this coming Friday, and I thought I would just take a little moment to hold space to express and to share how it's been for me in the first year of motherhood. I came across a word and a philosophy, I suppose, not too long ago, and it's all about the transition into motherhood. And just like teenagers moving into adulthood, there's that adolescence period. For people moving into motherhood, usually connected to women, there's matrescence, and that's the journey into motherhood, that time frame of that transition and that adjustment period, because so much changes during this time and your identity is forced to expand and to add many more layers to living when you become a mother. So I know that I'm going to go into a few topics on a surface level, and I know that I'm going to want to dive deeper into specific topics. So I'll have separate videos and little voice notes for those. But today I just wanted to give a bit of a general overview to as how my first year has been. So I will flash back to this time last year when I was giving birth to River in a little gîte, a little cottage in the middle of nowhere in France, with my then partner, now husband, Jeremy. And its own video needs to be given to the birth experience, and I will share further into that. But it was beautiful, it was powerful, it was everything I hoped for. And if you are pregnant yourself and you're looking to expand courage from deep within, I have a 10-day breath and meditation course called Instinctive Birth that is out in the world. I'll pop the link down below. So those initial first days after River arrived was such a shock to the system, to everything. The pregnancy alone is its own journey, and then suddenly you're thrown into looking after this human, or if you're with twins, humans. And the life-sustaining element of those first few days gave me my first wave of anxiety that I've probably ever experienced in life. I'm lucky that I haven't really come to meet anxiety too much in my life, but in those first few days, when you have this tiny little human that is so delicate to preserve and to sustain, that was so anxiety inducing for me. Even though I also loved moments of connection and joy and bliss, there was a lot of anxiety under the surface too, as to just preserve this life and to make sure he's breathing, he's getting enough milk, he's pooing enough, all of those things. And I don't think I was prepared for that element of motherhood initially. There were also elements, I think, instinctive in those first few months, where I was very protective of River, as obvious, like it's your little human that you've got to protect. But to the point that I didn't really want to pass him around, especially when there's different things going around in terms of illness and sickness. And I would be anxious if I was handling him with other people, and I learnt when to kind of keep him close to me, and when I felt comfortable to share him with others, then I did, and I would. But that was its own kind of micro journey as well, in letting others be with him and trusting others. When you're his food supply and all that he's known, and he's only been in your body up to now, I wanted to sustain that for him. I wanted to give him that connection and that reference point of home as much as I could in those initial months. And as time went on, I was very much more fluid with other people, handling him and being with him and giving him lots of love, which has been so beautiful to witness. There are some days, and more so moments in days, where as a mother, you don't know how you can hold all that you're holding, like your own life, your own day-to-day to-dos and needs, and then this other human's needs. And luckily I'm in a situation where my husband works from home, so in his breaks from work he can support me and just give me 10 minutes sometimes, like now, to film this video and to share with you, which has been really amazing. And I don't know how I would have done it without him in those moments. Yeah, it's been challenging, more so than I ever imagined. It's been more beautiful and soul-shaking than I would have ever imagined. But I want to shine a light on the challenges today more so than anything, because motherhood is such a gift in so many ways. Like, so blessed to be able to walk this path and to be a guardian of a little human. Wow. Yet the day-to-day and the stretching of oneself to constantly be with everyone's needs, and especially a little human who's adjusting to the world and taking everything in for the first time, it's a lot. And more so than ever, I've had to do lots of rest. I have to tell myself when River sleeps, I have to sleep too, because sleep has been a huge thing for us. It's probably our doing because we've been moving around the world a lot, in not giving River some level of consistency until now, since we got back to Australia. But sleep has been the hardest thing for us. I feel so tired most of the time. Just remembering to take the bins out on bin day is a lot sometimes. We forgot them today, actually. We've prepared an environment to support River for sleep, and we've also done lots of kind of routine things, like making sure he has his breakfast at a certain time, lunch at a certain time, dinner at a certain time. He's getting my milk, he's getting stimulation, sensory activities, but still this is a little wakeful baby that we have. And I'm not prepared to do anything too drastic about it, so I'm just riding the wave of the broken sleep, which makes me feel half human and more human than ever, if that makes sense to anyone. Because I'm so close to my humanity in the brokenness of my sleep, that I'm kind of raw and in tune, and much more empathetic and sympathetic to others and their situations when I'm in my own kind of challenges and unfolding. But then I also feel like I'm such a diluted version of my full, embodied, well-slept self, that sometimes I can be a little harsh on myself internally and expect myself to do more and give more, where actually the practice for me is to do less and to give less and to focus on the things that expand my vital energy. And that's why my painting and my creativity has started to travel out from myself, because it's bringing so much back to me. It lights up my body, which is what I need when I'm so tired. Eating well has been a big thing for me, making sure I'm getting as much nutritional support as possible as well during this phase of early motherhood. I suppose now I want to just chat very briefly on a few things that I would have loved to have known moving into this arena of life. And that's that you can do hard things, and there will be moments where you wish that you just dissolved into the ether and someone else would do the thing. If that's feeding to sleep, if that's changing the nappy, if that's doing whatever, like sometimes you just wish you were dissolved, but you are here for this. This is part of your divine service. So go gently. Be compassionate with yourself, be compassionate with those little humans, be compassionate with the other caregivers that are in this circumstance with you. What else would I have loved to have known moving into this? That birth was the initiation. Birth was such my focus point, and actually it was just the gateway into what was to come with the new levels of being that I had to move toward in motherhood. It's stretched me and expanded me more than I ever thought possible. And I know that if I have another child, it will just happen again. I'll just expand and my love field will grow, and I'll be so impressed again that us humans are so resilient and resourceful, more so than we know. But yeah, I think my biggest practice is going lightly, doing less, doing the minimal amount, and loving gently. I will dive into a few more of these topics more in depth, but for today I just wanted to give a little share, a little heart-opening share about my journey so far. And to close, I want to just honour my little human. I'm going to get emotional. River Beaumont, for being the absolute beautiful human that he is. It's such an honour to be his mother and to witness his development and his growth and his character blossoming. I've got a little walker now, so he's exploring the world on 2 feet, and it's such a privilege to be able to behold the world through new eyes, and his spark for exploration and his courage and his natural effervescence is so incredible to be around. And that's my life sustainer at the moment through the journey of motherhood. Those moments, those smiles, those giggles, those moments of pure connection. That's my life source. Looking forward to talking to you soon, going into some of these topics. Have a lovely rest of your day or evening ahead.